will look like that we are live. So yes, indeed, it looks like that we are live. So welcome everybody. Welcome to another day on planet Earth. It's Wednesday, the 3rd of June, and we're getting together today for the 50th time. Can you believe it? 50th time to tap together on stress, anxiety, worry, fear, a sense of overwhelmment, and all the other negative emotions we may be experiencing. There is a whole range of negative emotions, and we're all different, and we may be perceiving this pandemic and coping for and with this pandemic in different ways. So we've been tapping on stress and anxiety as the dominant emotions, but obviously let me know how you are coping today. So for everybody who is new in joining us, welcome to these daily EFT emotional freedom technique sessions where we have been tapping since the beginning of the lockdown here in the UK. So we're now in week 11 on stress and anxiety. My name is Sonja Kirschner. I'm a life coach, I'm a leadership coach, I'm the founder of A-Power Free Coaching, Training and Mind Freedom, and I am on the mission to share and spread the word on EFT emotional freedom technique to help us to keep all mentally and spiritually fit during these trying times. It's been a tough ride and we're still not over the hill, although we are approaching the end of the lockdown soon. So emotional freedom technique, for everybody who is new in joining us, what is it and how does it work and why right now we will be learning about emotional freedom technique, and in a moment we will be tapping together. So if you have within your circle of your friends and families people who are suffering emotionally, spiritually or physically, if you know that people are suffering within the circle of your friends and family, do hit the share button, invite them to join this live tapping session. Feeling great. So EFT emotional freedom technique brings together the two worlds and offers us relief in incredible ways. Research has shown that for tapping, even it may be only for a few minutes, we can experience relief in the form of the cortisol drop by more than 40%, and that is incredible. Cortisol being the stress hormone, so we can experience a drop in cortisol by more than 40% for a few minutes of tapping, which is wonderful. So why EFT and why EFT right now? Emotional freedom technique helps us to calm down. You see, what you have to understand is that our brain is a 2 million year old brain. It is there to protect us, to keep us safe. And a part of our brain is called the amygdala, the fight or flight center. And the amygdala is essentially always looking out for danger, vigilantly looking out for danger. So if you think of us way back when we were still chased by tigers and lions, we were observing, obviously, what is going on. We were standing in front of this beast. Now, us sending the fact of us being in danger, the emotions and the thoughts that go with it to our brain responds. Our amygdala responds by injecting our system with a chemical cocktail consisting of cortisol, the stress hormone, adrenaline, endorphins, and other chemicals which make our body react. Our heart starts beating faster, pumping through blood through our system faster. We are breathing faster, oxygenizing through the blood that is flowing through our body faster, so that our muscles get enough oxygen to either run away or to fight the danger. And obviously there is a lot of sweat involved as well as a reaction to all this. So our body really reacts to make us survive. Primary function of the brain is to make us survive, to protect us and to keep us safe. Now fast forward to today, of course we're still faced with physical danger, but more often than not this danger which we are perceiving comes in an emotional form. This danger that we are perceiving comes in an emotional form, and we are perceiving danger to be our fear of the unknown, the fear of not knowing what is going to happen, the fear of the uncertainty, the fear in this pandemic, the fear many of us are experiencing, the fear of financial insecurity, the fear of losing one's job, the fear of not knowing what is going to happen, the fear of falling ill. There's so much fear going around. So us perceiving to be in danger by observing what is going on around us in our immediate environment, nationally, but obviously the news make it really easy for us to observe globally what is going on. So the news are really great at making us feel as though we are in danger, though we may not consciously realize it. So us feeding all this information into our system, essentially, we are sending out danger signals in the same way to our amygdala, and our amygdala response. Now, we may not be immediately threatened with physical danger, but our amygdala is still reacting to the danger signals, to the signals we are sending it in the way of us observing what is going on, and proportionately sends the proportionate amounts of cortisol, adrenaline and endorphins into our systems. And that's why most of us, even though we are not physically leaving the house, most of us have been feeling so tired, so drained, because in the background really we are running a emotional marathon. And as you can imagine, if we keep doing this, and for most of us it's been beyond 11 weeks of the lockdown that we are living our lives in this fear-driven way, we can living like this, it has a negative impact on our health, on our mental, spiritual well-being, on our sleep, and also on our immune system. And especially now when we want to keep our immunity up, we really need to look after ourselves. So emotional freedom technique, EFT, helps us to take our power back in that we stop sending those negative danger signals to our brain. And although it may be only for a few moments, our bodies know exactly how to restore themselves if we give them a break. The moment we stop sending that chemical mix into our system through the thoughts that we think and the situation that we observe, the reality, the moment we feel safe and acknowledge that we are okay, and we are essentially acknowledging the feelings and the emotional pain which is going on around us, but in a compassionate and supportive way, in our own favor, we are giving our body a break, and our body knows exactly how to restore itself fast. Our sleep repairs itself if we keep continuously giving ourselves a break, so to speak. Our immunity boosts itself. So it's only of benefit for us. And when we tap together, these benefits are amplified on a mass conscious level wonderfully. And you will in a moment experience for yourself how it feels if you are the first time to join us. So what are those tapping points? So we are starting off on the side of our hand here, also known as the karate chop point, and we'll be tapping quite firmly 7+ times. Then we'll be tapping beginning of the eyebrows right here, followed by the side of the eyes. And you can choose which side you tap on, and maybe left or right or both, because those meridian lines run on both sides of our body. And below the eyes, and you can choose to tap with 2 or more fingers. Underneath the eye, underneath the nose, right here. Then the chin, but it's not quite a chin, it's this crack below the lip right here. Then the collarbone around 2-3 inches below the collarbone, followed by underneath the armpit around 4 inches below for women as a guide where the bra line sits. And we're closing off the tapping cycle by tapping on top of our head right here, which does make us look a little bit funny, but it's certainly effective and closes the tapping cycle off. Okay, great. So let us all take together a deep breath in and breathe out. And as you do, make it your primary focus and intention to tune in with yourself. And as you do, notice what you notice. Notice what is going on within you. And if you feel comfortable enough, just close your eyes as well to tune in with yourself more. And notice what the dominant negative emotion is. It may be stress, it may be anxiety, it may be fear or worry. And notice where in your body it lives. And how does it feel? Is it tingling? Does it feel as a form of pressure? Or perhaps you're experiencing physical pain. Perhaps you have had a headache. Or perhaps you have had a neck ache. Or perhaps you have this shoulder ache, which feels almost like if the entire weight of the world is sitting on your shoulders. So what is that dominant negative emotion or pain that you're experiencing, and how does it feel, and where exactly does it live? Where is it? And on an intensity scale between 1 and 10, where 1 is the lowest and 10 is the highest, what number would you give it? And you bring it up right now, I would expect that number to be somewhere around 5 or above. So what number would you give your emotional or physical pain? It's important to write it down or remember it. We will be coming back to it. So in a moment, as we start tapping, I will be also giving you 2 rounds to acknowledge in your own words what is going on for you, because that is where the true power lies. But for now, let's start tapping together. All you have to do is repeat after me. Trust the process and relax into the knowing that you can only get it right. Starting off on the karate chop point side of our hand. Repeat after me and keep breathing in and out deeply to breathe through the energy blockages. Even though I feel all this stress, anxiety, worry, and frustration in my body, I'm choosing to let them go. And one more time, even though I feel all this stress, anxiety, worry, and frustration in my body, I am choosing to let them go. And one more time, even though I'm feeling all this stress, all this anxiety and fear and frustration in my body, I am choosing to let them go. All the fear, all the worry, all this anxiety, all this stress, all this emotional pain that I've been feeling, all this physical pain that I've been feeling. It's weighing me down. It's tiring me out. It feels like a heavy, dark cloud hanging over me. It's so difficult to cope with. I can feel it in my body. I can feel it weighing me down. All this emotional pain. All this physical pain. All this fear. And as we continue to tap together, I want you to now choose your own words to describe what is happening for you, within you, right now. The emotional or physical pain. Just tap on it. Listen and listen to what is going on. Breathing in deeply. Beginning of the eyebrows, choose your own words. Side of the eyes. Underneath the eyes. Underneath the nose. Chin. Collarbone. of the armpit, top of the head, you're doing really well. Just keep tapping one more round, acknowledging in your own words what is going on. Beginning of the eyebrows, side of the eyes, underneath the eyes, underneath the nose, chin, collarbone, underneath the armpit, and top of the head. Really well done. And now we continue together. So again, just repeat after me. Breathing in and out deeply. Even though I feel all this emotional pain, even though I feel all this physical pain, right now I'm choosing to let it all go. I am willing to let all the pain go. In this very moment, I'm making it my priority to find relief. And I'm breathing in all the goodness and well-being that I deserve. And I know that I deserve an infinite amount of well-being, peace, and harmony. Right now, I am giving myself the permission to relax. Right now, I am pressing the reset button. And it's wonderful to know that my body knows exactly how to restore itself. I'm breathing in peace, harmony, ease. And allow every cell of my body to benefit. I can see in my mind's eye how this heavy dark cloud is lifting, how it's dispersing into the nothingness from which it came. Right now, all is well. Right now, I am well. And I forgive myself for having been so hard on myself. I've done the best that I could. And I'm proud of myself for taking my power back in this beautiful way. I'm proud of myself for learning about new tools to help me get through everything in life. Right now I'm beaming with pride, well-being, joy and harmony. And I'm making this my priority. Right now, all is well. I'm well. And I'm taking this strong feeling of well-being, peace and harmony with me into this day and into every other day to follow. I am choosing peace, harmony and ease over fear. And so it is. And as we gently stop tapping together, I want you to take in a deep breath through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. And as you do, just thank yourself for taking the time to empower yourself in this beautiful way. And notice what has changed for you. Notice how you are feeling. Notice how the negative emotional pain, that physical pain has shifted. And the number of intensity you have given at the beginning of the session, by how many points has it gone down? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear from you about the relief you have just experienced, about your experience with tapping. Look, you now have a really powerful tool in your hands, and for those of you who have been tapping with us since the beginning of the lockdown, you know how powerful it is. So keep tapping, keep remembering to tap when you are in a difficult situation, and also when you are not, to empower yourself. To empower ourselves together by tapping together, and especially at the beginning of each day, is incredibly powerful as it amplifies the relief and benefits for all of us. So well done for joining us today. Well done for empowering yourself in this way. Really well done for showing up for yourself. Thank you so much for sharing this message, this tool with the world, by clicking the share button, by sharing it with your network, with friends and families, and helping them to find relief through tapping to their emotional or physical pain as well. We'll be tapping until the 12th of June, so until and including the 12th of June, by which time most of us would have returned back to work. So keep joining these daily tapping sessions where we are tapping together and getting together every weekday, Monday to Friday at 10 a.m. And if you are joining us from abroad at 10 a.m. UK time, so BST is the time zone, for around 20 to 30 minutes max every morning to empower yourself in this way. So thank you for joining in. Let me know in the comments below how you're doing. And I see you all tomorrow again right here at the live stream at 10 a.m. BST. Keep tapping. And thank you for joining in. And hey, we're another day closer to the end of the lockdown.